I'm John.
I am Michael.
And this is Miles Offit, and today we're talking about Nottingham Forest.
Hey, Wood, let me hold that beat.
Alright, Forest back in the Premier League for the first time in a long time. I don't remember how many years. I think it's around 16 to 27. It's around there somewhere.
Jesus.
Back in the Prem after winning the championship playoff, beating Hud, and then beating Sheffield United. Michael, I know you're pumped about the Sheffield United loss.
So happy.
You don't like Sheffield United.
I didn't like Chris Wilder. Is he still there?
Not still there.
Okay.
But so you're cool on Sheffield United now?
Yeah, I'm straight on Sheffield United.
You're gonna go get some greasy chip buddy with them. All right, perfect. Forest back in the Premier League. They are one of the most decorated English clubs in all of England and have not been back in a while. They had a great campaign, mostly topped off. I don't know if I should be saying that topped off, but it ended with them winning the championship playoff. At one point, they were basically bottom of the table, came all the way back. Michael, with all that great intro that it just did, give me some of the strengths of Nottingham Forest.
Well, John, as you just mentioned, they were kind of scraping towards the bottom of the table until Steve Cooper came in and shook the whole building up. They got some youth in there. They got people like Joe Worrell, the left center back, and Scott McKenna, the right center back. 24 years old, both of them around there. Both very good defenders. They also have the right wing back, Jed Spence, a young 20-year-old. Might be on his way out. I would try to do everything to keep hold of him. Then we go towards the middle of the pitch. Midfield, Ryan Yates and James Garner kind of play that two-person midfield for them. Both young, 20 and 23. And then Brennan Johnson, the 20-year-old, 16 goals and 10 assists for him. They are kind of a very well-rounded team, apart from, we talked about Fulham and we talked about Bournemouth. Mitrovic and Solanke kind of getting the most of their goals. Brennan Johnson only was 16. They got some goals scattered throughout the team, some assists scattered throughout the team. I think they're a better unit than they are an individual.
Full fucking unit.
Yeah. Tell us about the weaknesses. Jesus. Tell us about the weaknesses, John.
Full fucking unit. Weaknesses come in a few different forms. First of all, let's talk about their key departures. I can't believe you're going to make me say this person's name, but their center attacking mid, Philip Zinkernagel. He's on his way out. Tobias Figueiredo, he's also on his way out. And then the goalkeeper, Bryce Samba, who I don't understand how, after the performance that he put in the playoffs, you just don't hold on to this guy. Well, electric on the goal line, a total dickhead. Like, these are the type of people you need to either make all the enemies you can in the Premier League and get totally relegated in the first season, or maybe stay up by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if he wanted to leave or they just didn't want to have him back. Either way, I think it's a loss for the Premier League in general and for all of us.
It's a loss for us fans.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. It's a loss for us fans.
100%.
Also, they got a few guys getting old, and that's me as a 33-year-old saying this. Jack Colback, he's 31, old. Steve Cook,
old.
He's 30, old. So a couple weaknesses there that they need to fill in some of those spots of the people leaving and the people like on their way to the retirement home. Where do you see them needing to purchase to bolster this team so that maybe they can make a run and stay up?
Well, John.
Well, Michael.
Well, John. They first off have made the biggest signing we have seen so far in the Miles Offit series. Taiwo Awoniyi from Union Berlin, 22.5 million pounds, whatever the currency is. Huge signing, striker, scores a lot of goals for Berlin. He's going to fit in really, really nice with them. They already replaced Jack Colback, they need to replace Jack Colback. He's a left wing back, center back. They have a younger guy, Max Lowe's, about 20 years old. He can do a job there. I think what they need to do is probably bring in another young guy to compete for that position to kind of push each other. But from what they already have done, they already replaced Steve Cook at center back. Musa Niakate, 11 million from Mines, and they already replaced Bryce Samba with Dean Henderson. Dino Hendersino. With a loan.
What?
It says it's a loan. I'm not sure if there's an option to buy in there yet. But that's going to be big. That's going to be huge because he is the guy this year. He's going to get another season in the Premier League. And then I think they're preparing for the worst. Jed Spence, like I said, looks like he's out the door. And they've already brought in Julian Biacona from Troyes, a Frenchman, for 11 million. So they've already spent. So I don't know where else they can.
He's a Frenchman. You put such an Italian little zhuzh on that.
Biacona.
That's Italian, my dude.
Dude, listen, I literally looked up how to pronounce it, and that's what the lady sounded like. So.
Okay, perfect. All right, good. So, 2 Germans and a Frenchman come into Nottingham Forest and keep them up.
I don't think Musa Niakate is German. I think he just plays for a German team.
That's right. 2 people from the German league. I actually think that to go in a different level here, if you're pulling people in from different leagues to go into the Prem, the German league isn't a bad one, obviously. Duh, John. But, I think the toughness of the Premier League is what fucks people up a lot.
Yeah.
And I think the German league, I would venture to say, is probably maybe the second toughest or maybe the second most, physically demanding.
Gritty.
Of the top 5.
Gritty.
We mentioned in a prior episode, the Portuguese league is great. I got a feeling the Portuguese league is maybe even more physical than the Premier League sometimes, just because no rules.
True.
But I think bringing people in from the Bundesliga is a great move. Also, I'll mention this. You put this down here. Replacing Jack Colback. They're looking at Javi Hernandez Carrera. I was trying to make a Chicharito joke there, and I just couldn't figure it out with my big dumb brain. He's coming from Leganes. Spanish guy. I mean, I think it's interesting that they have no interest, outside of Dean Henderson. They have no interest in players within England.
I think it's because I think there's a lot of jokes that are kind of true going around about how you have this player from Germany who has, let's say, 10 goals, 10 assists, and then you have this player from England who has 10 goals, 10 assists. This player from Germany cost 20 million, and this player from England cost 80 million. I think it's a better investment, and there's less risk. If you go out somewhere else and get somebody, because maybe maybe that guy in England is proven a little bit or has his moments, but I think you're just better off trying to get somebody who has something to prove coming into a new league.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I kind of love it. Do I want some of these championship players to be able to come up and play? Yeah, absolutely. But I really like when Musso, I can't believe I said his first name so that I'd have to say his last name, but he's coming in from Mines, and if he proves himself, he's one really, really good season with Forest away from after they get relegated after this year by getting picked up by Aston Villa, and then he's just a Premier League player now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer for some of these guys to come over here.
Plus, so just for replacing the Jack Colback thing, he's a center back, left wing back. They run a 5-3-2, I think. Mm-hmm. So he's really a wing back. So he's going to be providing. And Colback and Max Lowe both had goals and assists going in. So I'm sure they want somebody who can provide to the box. That's probably how they're going to score a lot of their goals this year, just because they're not going to be, passing the ball around the pitch like they probably did in the championship as much. But he's a good dribbler. He's a good passer, good crosser. And he's cheap. I think that's what these teams got to go for. They got to, unless they're just going to go all in, and I like the Owenai signing because I think he's been at Union Berlin and he's been putting in work, and everywhere he's went since he left Liverpool has been really good. But I think if they're going to spend the money, they need to be sure of it, and it seems like they're sure of it right here, and I would trust Steve Cooper, sorry. I would trust Steve Cooper because he's really good.
They got Steve Cook out of there.
Yeah, Steve Cook's fucking gone.
He's gone.
I would trust Steve Cooper because he's really good at developing players, and I think you need to kind of ease into that. You need to give him some youth, and I think he'll develop it.
Yeah, totally agree. All right, all that said, it's a newly promoted team. They're back up for the first time in 55,000 years.
Yeah.
Where do you got them finishing in their first season back?
Boy, I feel bad because I feel like we're very positive talking about this all the time.
We're a positive bunch. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting for sure relegated.
Yeah. All right, so your range that you mentioned before, 18
is the relegation zone, just depending on where they're going to fit into it.
You know, I was taking a look at this. Dean Henderson, come on the show, come on the pod. We love you here. Like you're welcome at all times. We're the biggest Dean Henderson fans. Forest finishes 20th.
Yeah.
I don't see there any way around it. Do I want them to finish there? No.
Oh, do you want another Jonathan Tah like prediction here?
Let's do it.
All right, because I forgot to do this. Philip Zinkernagel, so you said his name right.
Yeah.
Good job. Center attacking mid, loaned there from Watford. Okay.
Yeah.
Returns to Watford, immediately shipped to Olympiacos. Like, didn't even put his bags down. Right.
Yeah.
Center attacking mid, so that spot's kind of open for them. They've already spent a lot of money, so I don't think they're going to bolster here, and I think they're going to think more defensively. But there's a lot of rumblings about Jesse Lingard going
to Forest.
No, to the MLS. I think that's a shit fucking move.
Definitely.
I think Jay Lings to
Forest.
Jay Lings to Forest guarantees them 18th.
Yikes. Guarantees them 18th.
Not 20th. Not 20th.
Jay Lings guarantees them the best relegation spot.
Yep. Which means they're they're top of the list to get promoted the next season. Yeah, dude. Fucking Jay Lings, baby.
Fucking Lingers. Jay Lingers. Give the guy a shot.
Yeah, I actually do. All joking aside, I want him to go to West Ham because I think he played really well there, and I like watching him play. And I like when players leave Manchester United and do well. I'm hoping Paul Pogba kills it at Juventus. I fucking hope.
I'm kind of over that one.
No, I hope it happens.
If there's two people that leave United that can just have a shit rest of their career, it's him and Ronaldo.
True. One of those.
See ya. Yeah, 20th. Forest.
Sorry.
Welcome back to the party. Now get the fuck out.
See you later.
It's essentially what we're saying. Again, like, subscribe, follow us.
Hit the bell icon. Tell us what you think. Tell us why we're wrong. Tell us why we're right. Probably.
Yeah, interact with us.
Mostly correct.
We've never been right. We've never been right.
I've been right a number of times.
Never been right.
No.
Not once. We've never been right. But if Jay Lings ends up in Nottingham Forest, guess who the first show to break is?
I'm blowing this up.
Jay Lings to Forest.
Yeah,
Hashtag Jay Lings to Forest.
Hashtag JL to NF.
That's how it would look. Yeah, for sure.
JL2, the number, NF.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye. Smell you.
Bye.
Hey, Wood, let me hold that beat.